This time on Straight Outta Grandma's Basement, tensions run high as a patrol comes close to the camp.
Right. We might be best off to set here for the night. Or at least until these fellas pass, whoever it is out there.
Alright, we could do that. We could stay here.
We need to wait where we are. I won't have you loud-footed imbeciles give my position away.
Oh, there's no need for name calling.
That was down rude.
I do agree with you.
While making camp, some friendship is beginning to brew.
Is that cat brewing tea?
Looks like it.
Excuse me, Miss Wee Cat. Do you mind if I have a wee bit of the tea?
Sure.
I'd gladly go foraging for some herbs if you need me to.
Meow,
Is that a
meow,
meow?
meow.
Is that a meow? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Aw, thank you. Sharing some tea with the dwarfy guy.
Getting some of that in the old beard.
And another member attempts to leave the party on their own.
Yeah, it is.
So Terral is moving his way on his own towards the dock.
Okay. Are you concealing this, or is this open for people to see?
Don't care.
Okay.
Hey, big fella.
You guys see Terral walking away in the direction of the boat.
Big fella, it seems that our Asimar friend is wandering off on his own.
Yeah.
I don't think we should follow due to the fact that the kitty cat is here with us.
Will they make it to the dock? Find out this time on Straight Outta Grandma's Basement, The Fall of Lalorah.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Straight Outta Grandma's Basement in the Fall of Lalorah Homebrew campaign, brought to you by Reaper1FR himself, the man with the plan. That is the man with the plan right there. And so last time, our 5 adventurers found themselves, after defeating the Warden, being revived by Eamon and Rye. They took themselves a nice, well-deserved nap. Telerian found himself some fangs. I think everybody got some cool items, including a ring that Eamon got. It allows him to talk to animals, which is always awesome. After that, they exited the cave, where they found an encampment full of orcs. When Telerian saw this, Telerian bolted like a baby back bitch. I'm allowed to say that. That's because that's my character, or was my character. So Telerian left, used his Misty Step to literally fade into the forest, and was never seen from again in that episode. We don't know if we'll see him ever again. Only the future knows. Only the Game Master knows, really. But so with that said, you know, Terral sees this happening, and then he says, you know what, screw it, F him, he's a piece of shit, and decides to look around the camp, and he polymorphs into a bat and starts floating around, sees a shaman, a couple of different orcs, and then sees a strange room that is holding many lucky things, including a new character, played by me. We found a paladin dwarf named Droven Grimdamir, and they lured in the guard that was guarding him and killed him. And shortly after they killed him, they were able to exit and cause a fight because Droven failed a stealth check. But luckily enough, they were able to move out of the way just in time, so that way only 2 orcs fought instead of us fighting the entire encampment and the shaman. And our characters have entered the woods of Grup Clod. As you can see now, we've now noticed that after climbing to the treetops, that Noldrug, the large city to our southwest, is where we heard those large amount of orcs. So this is where we start. So there you have it. A new party member enters, one party member leaves, and here we go.
All right, so let me turn this back down. And actually, we're gonna change the mood.
Ooh, I
So,
love mood
ladies and
changing.
gentlemen, welcome to episode 5, the Fall of Lalorah campaign, homebrewed by myself, like you said. We've got Grim, your introductor today, who plays Drovan
Grimdemir.
Grimdemir. Then we've got the Ska Father, who plays Tyrol, who is a Azamar blood hunter. And then we've got B and Trent down at the bottom, or off to your left-hand screen on mine.
Left hand for me.
And
too.
they... All right, awesome. Amon and Ray. Amon is our Tiefling Ranger, and Ray is our... We're just going to say, if you guys don't know what she is by now, we're just going to keep calling her a cat. She's a feline wizard. And then we've got the hamster, who plays Blandis, Dawncaller, the Goliath Barbarian.
I don't think I ever knew his last name. That's good to know.
Well, that's for the audience to know.
Oh.
You need to forget it.
Well, I mean, no, I can know it. I can know it, but Drovan can't. I don't even think Drovan. Oh no, Drovan does know his name. Drovan does know his name.
Yeah.
We introduced each other. Yeah.
So, as the intro suggested, our adventurers are leaving the camp as we speak. Now, I believe there was a conversation at the end of the last episode about where you guys might go. Now, let me kind of give you guys a little bit of what you could do. Now, Eamon suggested that how large and loud the orcs were being suggested a very large army of orcs, probably thousands of them. And you know, when you're looking up, there's a lot of light coming from Noldrug. And you guys could go investigate that. There's Dakul, which is on the southern tip, and then there's Okrug, which is on the southwest part of the island. Now, Drovan had suggested you guys going southeast towards where his ship is being held to try and get you guys off the island.
Small longboat
Now-
that'll hold about 8 people, but with Blandis being so big, he'll probably take up 2 spots.
Problem. So now the floor is your guys's. You guys are, I'm going to say you guys are going to start moving southeast for now. And while you guys are moving through here, one, I need to know who is leading, which I'm assuming it would be Amon. Would it
Yeah,
be right?
yeah. I was gonna say I'd like to be leading. And I imagine she's probably keeping up
Okay.
fairly quickly.
Then
We're
I need
dancing
you
through
to
the
roll
trees.
me a nature check to see how well you are going in the correct direction. I'm going to tell you it's a DC 12.
Okay.
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 Oh,
that.
And right off the bat, we're getting to a great start, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, natty one.
That was a natural one from Eamon. Who would have guessed it? Who would have guessed it given my track record?
Oh my god.
You know what? You just got the nickname Nature Boy. There it is.
Oh
in honor
my
of Ric
God.
Flair. Love him.
Fucking Christ.
First fucking roll.
The first one of the night. This is going great, guys.
Was I supposed to roll with initiative?
No, you were not.
Okay.
That is
Or not
listen,
initiative with advantage. Sorry.
Let's
But-
hope that is our worst roll of the night. Okay.
I will let you redeem yourself with one last roll. Because
Oh no!
Drovan pointed you in the right direction and where his ship
I
was.
saw the right direction before too, didn't I?
Yes, you did
climbed
by
a tree or
climbing to
something.
the tree. Yes. So I'm gonna let you roll one more time. So go ahead and
Okay.
roll. Don't fuck it up. 7? Okay.
Whatever,
I'm
it's
gonna
not a
say you're
one.
going more south. You're going more towards Noldrug than you are towards the southeast. So you guys are heading more south. We're gonna let this go for, we'll say a couple hours. You guys will start going in this direction.
Okay.
Now, other people, if you are not proficient in this nature check, you will roll at disadvantage.
Okay.
Anybody else want to roll
In other words,
That
if you don't have a little check next to nature, you're rolling a disadvantage.
I will roll at disadvantage.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so you're still thinking you guys are still going the same direction.
Then you're gonna roll with disadvantage.
Blandis, on the other hand, picks up
Do I
the
roll it?
tiefling and goes this way.
Oh yeah.
And oh, by the way, I'm in the back because I'm probably moving the slowest through this due to the fact that I'm still wearing Mythler plate.
Okay. All right. So what is the pecking order? So Amon's out front,
With Rye probably on his back, or Ray on his back.
probably. Who's next?
I'll be second to last.
Second
I'll
to
be in the
last for
back.
Blandis.
I'll
Yeah.
carry the back.
Well, I'm
Okay, so
moving,
everybody wants to be in the back.
I'm gonna say I'm moving the slowest, so because it's gonna be a lot for me to get over all these stumps and stuff. I would say pick up the middle, or like just be marching right next to Blandis. Just because I know that my character will not move well through this terrain.
You gotta think this is really thick jungle, so the roots and stuff are, they're coming out of the ground and then making their way back into the ground. They're
So this is more of like a Louisiana jungle, kind of like the pokes coming out and stuff like that. So there's a lot of like,
and then
okay.
there's little beams of light that are coming in. So we're gonna say it's almost dim lit, but yeah.
Is it still nighttime? Because when we left the encampment, it's still nighttime.
Yes.
Okay, so
yes,
it is nighttime.
nighttime.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you want to take my place, and I'll just walk behind him on?
I mean, yeah.
Who are
You know what? Because you don't have dark vision, you would probably want Amon in front of you and Terrell behind you, so that way if you start wandering off course, one of them can kind of be able, whoa, hey, over here, buddy. So I like that.
Yeah.
Over here, big fella.
Okay, so we got
Whoa.
Amon, Blandis, we'll say Terrell, and then Drovan. And all right, so you guys are moving along. Why don't you guys roll me a stealth check?
All
Those
right.
are
And we're gonna kind of average these out.
Amon rolled a 9.
See that?
Thrall rolls a 15.
15. So I'd say we're sitting at about a 12 right now.
Ouch, 11.
Ooh, 19.
Ooh, 21.
21.
Okay,
I rolled
all right.
11.
We're gonna say you guys are doing actually a lot better than you think. Averagely, you guys are probably rolled as a group 14 to a 15, averagely, and Ray's roll really helped you guys with that. So you guys are actually being pretty quiet, especially the dwarf being, in full plate. That shit is noisy, no matter unless
It's
you
a little bit
put
quieter.
a spell of
It's
silence.
Mithril.
So you guys are moving through. You guys are going southeast now. We're gonna say it's been a good couple hours of you guys moving through, finding your way, pathfinding through. Is this the way you guys want to go? You guys want to head to the docks, or is there anything else that anybody's character would like to do?
All right, so I've been thinking about this. Are we deciding that where we want to go is to the docks down there to my boat? Does that sound like the best plan of action to you guys?
Sounds good to me. If possible. Am I actually real quick? Am I aware of the higher elevation, the mountains? Can I see that through the trees, or when I was up on the trees?
Yeah, you know that there were mountains that hug the northern coastline.
Okay. I
pretty
couldn't
much,
remember if I knew that or not.
Yeah. You pretty much got a pretty good lay of the land, and this island is not unknown to people.
Mm.
A lot of the the minute details of the island are, but the rough layout of the island and everything else is not unknown.
This
Maybe we
island
should,
no longer serves my purpose. We should leave it immediately.
I'm with the guy.
Agreed.
So, only thing I'm going to bring up is, Amon, you knew
Mhm.
that this is a much larger orc presence in one gathering place than normal. Like the
So there's-
largest horde I'd say on this island that collectively sticks together is roughly just under 1,000, and there were thousands.
Hmm.
So,
Fellas, I think it's in our best interest to at least try and get our eyes on what's going on down there, because it could spell us a lot of trouble for us back home if these orcs decide to leave this island. Never
So-
seen them masked up like that.
So are you saying we should get as close to the tree line as possible while still giving ourselves a bit of an advantage of stealth, if you will, through the
Either
trees?
that, or maybe we could try and get some elevation, see how big the crowds really are.
That could
what
be
do you have
good
like
too.
a magnet? Do you have like a seeing glass or something to really enhance your vision to be able to do that?
Well, I think though,
I
like
thought I
a
would-
massive army of
did.
like 2,000 to 3,000, you would definitely be able to see.
Right,
know,
I was
if they're
gonna say
marching
you'd see the
information.
crowd.
You would see them
You're-
in like the ant basically look like ants on the terrain, but I mean, like if they're out of the
Roughly.
city,
I mean,
if they're out of the city,
okay. I mean, you guys
do you
could
agree or
definitely
no?
do that. I mean,
I'm
I
saying,
mean,
Jim.
no. That's fine. Because you guys are, I'm gonna say about 5 square miles is every square.
Okay.
So you guys have roughly gone about 5 miles through this brush, which has been pretty tiring for one, especially for Drovan, being as short he is. Give me a second, guys.
All right, so we can either move higher up into the hills, or we can move towards the tree line. What's already the consensus of everybody here?
I would ask, what would the purpose serve for us to go see these encampments of orcs?
Well, if they are gathering as large as they sound, as large as that torchlight over the hill looked, then that can mean wherever home is for you fellas, and I know home for me, is under imminent danger. Whether they decide to leave this island or something happens, they don't gather like that for no reason. They're gathering like that. It excellent.
I have no home. This is no concern of mine.
The hill dwarves, I believe, would be well suited for a fight against these orc bastards. So I don't worry too much about mine. They're far away, but who knows? I kind of agree with you. Whatever you guys decide, we'll do.
Landis is being pretty quiet about this.
So is Rye.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they got to have some kind of input in this, I would say.
You can talk to me. What does that mean?
Good with whatever.
You have to use words when you talk to me.
You gotta remember, Ray or B. You can talk in common. Our characters will not understand you. Anything you say
Only
will
I
basically be assumed as translated through Eamon to us.
Right.
Yes.
So you can speak to us.
Yes.
Okay.
So
You can say
speak.
stuff
You can speak
directly
like
to them.
normal.
Okay. Rye nods her head yes.
Yes to what? Are you paying attention at
Yes,
all?
I am. Don't put me on the spot.
All right, Kitty Cat
Well,
seems to
what are
be
we
wanting
doing?
to do one of those two things. So, little Miss Kitty Cat, are we moving into the hills? Here, we have 3 options. We could continue on our path here. That the giant and the Goliath. Don't want to disrespect your people. The Goliath and the Tiefling seem to be on our way. Or we can move up to the hills there, or we can move to the tree line and maybe get a better view that way.
What do we expect to do when we get there?
Pick one.
Kind of see if we're in imminent danger. See if they're maybe marching towards the same way we're marching, so we don't get ambushed by armies of thousands. Who knows? I mean, I was ambushed at this encampment by, I would say, a couple dozen orcs that dragged me to this encampment, and they seemed well fit. So I didn't see any other boats there, though. Actually, do I need to roll a history check to see if I saw any boats or anything like that in the fog of the marsh?
There weren't any boats, but there was definitely you definitely had to navigate your way through to get to this port because it was pretty rocky inside of there.
Right.
But no, you didn't see any other boats there.
Okay.
How are you so certain that your boat will still be there, dwarf?
Well, due to the fact that the rope that I have tied to the boat can only be unlocked by a certain word, and that word is very near and dear to my heart. And if somebody does not speak the proper term, that rope will not unbind itself from the portcullis. Not the portcullis, excuse me,
No.
the port pylon.
May I ask what the word for Dwarvish is? Penis.
That wouldn't be the word. That's not near and dear to my heart. I don't know what. I don't know. I don't know what. Was it Ganassi, right? Is that what you are? No, you're not Ganassi. What are you? You're
He's Azamar.
Asimar.
Azamar.
Don't know what you Asimar do, but we don't worry about such things until it's time for mating with the ladies. Have you ever seen a dwarven lady?
Never.
They kind
Oh,
of
I'm
look
sure
like
you have. You just didn't know.
they kind of look like me, just with breasts.
Look, I'll be honest. If we're trying to avoid danger, we should not be moving towards the encampment of orcs.
I can agree with that. So you say
So
up
uphill it
the
is then.
mountains, then, yeah?
Straight towards the dock.
Okay.
Dude, I keep wanting to do a Scottish accent with you, bro.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
I'm trying not to
It's
let it
infectious.
rub off on you.
It's bleeding into me. It's okay.
It's okay. Maybe you're a bit of a mimic.
Or you got some
Maybe
hill
we should
dwarf
roll
in you.
perception on you for a mimic.
Where's your two dwarves there now?
Okay, so have you guys been like moving and talking about this, or has
we are
this
still,
been?
we are
Yeah,
still
absolutely.
in moving.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I need Amon to roll a perception check.
Where the heck is it? There it is. Boop. Alrighty. Perception check for Amon. He rolled an 8.
Off to your left, you can't quite tell if it's just a beam of light coming through the canopy, but we'll say about, I don't know, 300 yards out, you catch a flicker out the side of your eye to where it's almost like maybe there was torchlight, but maybe not.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to stop and hold up my fist to, signal everyone else to stop.
Blandis runs you
I'm
over.
going to turn. Oh, okay. I'm now squished, and
You
Roll
both
for
are.
damage. Roll for damage.
Right.
All right. When he does this, I'll roll for perception as well, if that's all
Okay,
right.
go for it. Yep.
There's my perception.
Oh.
I roll a 25.
Oh. So you definitely see his hand like,
oh crap!
and he almost nut checks Blandis in at the moment. And you see a torch about 200 or 300 yards off your guys' left-hand side of the path you guys are walking down. And you definitely see it start passing through the trees like it's someone walking down the same path.
All right, fellas and lady, I think you did say it was your wife, so I'm assuming it's a lady. Apologize. All right.
Check its bits.
I pull up the tail just to check and see if it has nuts or not. No, I'm just kidding. I don't do that. All right. It seems there's a torch walking over there. Don't know how many. Can I make out any figures with the torchlight, or it's too far away? I just see the torch basically.
You're about it's through trees and about 300 yards. I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
You're just catching it in between the slits of the trees. That it's definitely moving.
All right. So I think we should wait for them to pass, or be very careful, because I don't move very quietly through this marsh and this jungle. So it might be better
Yeah,
for
no, I
us.
see.
I'm
We
sorry.
might be best off to. We might be best off to set here for the night, or at least until these fellas pass, whoever it is out there.
All right, we could do that. We could stay here.
We need to wait where we are.
Okay. So you
I
set
won't-
camp.
I
turning
won't
towards
have. I won't have you loud-footed imbeciles give my position away.
Oh, there's no name for name
Ooh.
calling.
That was down rude.
I do agree with you.
Okay, so we're making camp then.
We're making camp with no fire.
No fire. Okay. So you guys go to
Oh god, he's putting us on a different map. We're gonna die. Oh my god.
Mhm.
And roll for initiative.
It's a mimic.
so it's at nighttime.
It's
You
a
guys are
mimic.
you guys are in a jungle. Nobody had asked to see how dry the area had been. So with that, we're gonna talk about
Mold and
it
fungal
starts
infections.
to rain.
Oh,
Ooh.
Sorry.
Do you have anything that can help with rain?
all right. To help dampen the sound of the mithril, with rain falling on it, Drovan will take his vestments and cover up his shoulder pads as best as possible.
Okay.
Taral will pull his cloak tighter around above his head and around his body.
Now I will say that this is a fantasy. Hold on.
Oh.
Oh, bye, Scar.
All right. Bye bye, Storm.
Did we level up for any of that?
My score.
Yeah. Wait. Did they hit level 2? You said? Because I don't think they're level 2.
I don't think I
not.
did say it. No, I don't think you guys did. I don't think I said it.
But we were supposed to, or they were supposed to.
I was thinking about it, and that's why I thought I had done it.
So maybe
We were
like
supposed to what? I'm sorry.
maybe the radiance of the paladin
Check.
allows them to upgrade when we rest here.
What did I miss?
I was
Relax.
hoping. I was
Or not.
hoping. Sorry, I was excited. I mean, I'm not leveling up. I know that.
What did I miss?
If we
Nothing.
leveled up,
Oh,
Nothing. We're trying to find out if we leveled up or not.
I don't think he said we did.
no,
I remember it.
you didn't.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, it's really coming
Eamon's
down.
gonna take his wings
So-
and sort of fold them over himself and Ray. And even though they have they're tattered, and they have holes, they sort of help in the rain. You know, keeps the cat
Wow.
dry at least.
Would you look at that? It's been a long time since I've seen a winged tiefling.
Now there's a
Do
tree
I hear
next
this?
to you
We trying to
guys.
conceal it?
There's a tree next to you guys with a little dugout, big enough for Blandis. So for the rest of you, it's pretty comfy. Blandis, you guys can all hunker inside this tree and stay dry.
If we were to light a fire inside, would it smoke us out or no?
I'm gonna go with no. I'm gonna say the way it's shaped is it would bellow the fucking the smoke out and
Okay.
up.
How visible would that be with us inside?
Depends on how big of the fire.
Just a small fire to warm us and dry us.
You can try and use stealth or sleight of hand to create a blind.
What if I were to take my bedroll and hang it over the doorway? Would that help or no?
It would.
Okay, but still
I mean, you
leaving
got tons
still
of-
leaving a gap to where the smoke can get out.
The
With
only thing
them-
I'm saying is there's a lot of underbrush and everything around to where you guys
Okay.
if you guys take some time, you guys could definitely conceal it a lot.
Okay. So we'll all right. I see this tree over here. I think we'll all be able to fit in there and get a little bit warm and out of the elements here for a little bit. Say we go over here and start a wee fire, just to kind of warm us up, if you will. And
Sounds good to me.
Drovan goes in and attempts to start making a fire. You want me to roll a survival and a stealth, or
No. Just
Okay.
I'm gonna allow you guys because you have
What about-
Tinder.
Okay.
If you guys had to go forage for wood, that'd be different. But
Yeah.
you guys have Tinder in your pouches in a dry area,
I have a Tinder
so I'm
box
gonna
here.
say that, yeah.
So does that expend my Tinder box?
I'm gonna say half of your box because it's a small fire.
Okay.
It's not a full on.
Okay.
We'll say tinder boxes have 2 uses.
Okay.
Just to start
cool.
the fire.
I like that.
Okay, so you guys are sitting under this tree. It's freaking thunder and lightning out. You know, it's
Great sound effects.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I found it. So, what's everybody doing in here? You guys are drying off. You guys are sitting around each other. I'm assuming you guys are eating rations and at the end of this day. Also, I'm going to need to know at some point what the watches are going to be like, in what order, and how long some people are going to do them.
I was
Blandis,
actually
number one.
Oh.
First
That's
of
what it
all,
looked
I think Eamon's going to turn to Mr. Dwarfy guy, whose name I keep forgetting. I apologize.
Droven.
And Droven, thank you. And he's going to say, "You've seen others?" Just not even going to specify what he's talking about. This is all he's going to say.
See others of who?
Others like me.
I've seen winged tieflings before. Been a long time though. I actually had a group of about 5 of them come through our city. They were heading north. It was a group of rangers. They were heading north to the thing. It was quite a sight to see. 2 of them came flying in ahead of time to see if the camp was alright. The city was okay and friendly. Scared some of the local folk, but I was on watch and I told them there was nothing to fear. And we had a good chat over a cup of mead.
Did they mention where they were from, about?
They just said they were coming from the south.
All right. Well, good to know that there's others like me. I ain't never met one.
Really?
Mm.
Never knew your parents?
Well, I did, and they weren't tieflings. They were humans.
Well, that's different.
Very.
Hey, well, you're here now. You seem like a good lad. So, but I think we should all try and get some shut eye. Who'd like to take first watch?
I will.
I suppose. All right.
All right, the big fella gonna take first watch. Big fella, in a couple hours, just wake me up, and I'll take the second watch if you will.
All right.
And I'll take the watch into the morning.
So roll perception now.
Hold on.
Oh,
There's a scar this time.
Hey, yeah. So it's not just Scar.
Who was it?
It was B.
oh, hey, you
What
just
happened?
disconnected.
There you go. You're back.
There you go. Yeah, you're back. now.
Give me 1 minute. I gotta deal with my kids.
Do your thing, man.
Is that conversation loud enough for
Dum,
everyone to
dum,
hear?
dum,
I can't put it
dum.
off to the side conversation.
No, I think that would be like if I figured I'd be sitting on one side
It's
of
a-
the side of the fire and he'd be sitting on the other, so it would definitely be I would
Yeah.
think for anybody.
It was a
who is-
cramped space anyway, so.
Right. Yeah. I would assume that everybody heard that conversation. So yeah, I would say that.
What are we talking about?
Just Blandis asked
Huh?
if everybody could hear that conversation or if it was an off to the side conversation, kind of like us, just kind of huddled in a corner.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect him to.
No, it was an open conversation, I think.
Okay, so I'm gonna take it down a little bit. Okay, so you guys are sleeping. Who's taking second watch during the storm?
That was me. So it was Blandis, me, then Eamon.
Okay. Is that all we're doing? Is 3 watches for the night?
Correct.
Okay. All right. So, Blandis, I need you to roll a. First and foremost, before we do what we're doing, did we set up a blind?
Yes.
Who was involved in setting up the blind?
For sure I was. I would have seen it and started helping.
Okay.
Who else would have?
I figured Blandis probably would because he's tall, right?
Like, it's probably if I could fit through this as a tall door.
Is this going to be a group effort, or is Terral not going to help?
Nope.
Terrell's not going to help.
Terral, I was going to actually say Terral didn't even want to get in this log with the fire at all.
So
Okay.
Terrell's sitting outside.
Are you wanting to help?
In all honesty, Terral wanted to go sit very quietly
blind.
under a tree far away from this. Yeah.
You can if you want.
That I didn't want to interrupt people, but yeah, that's
No.
I didn't even want to. Terral didn't even want to do that.
So is Terral going to be sleeping by himself?
Not sleeping. He's gonna. I mean,
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Like, if you're going
is
to be
it
sleeping...
possible for him to do like a ranger type of sleep? Where, you know, like, not being cliche here, but like Aragorn, how he can kind of just rest, but kind of be at alert. You know
So
what I
it
mean?
won't be a true rest.
It won't be a full rest. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
But
it'll
away
be like-
away from them in their log, because he didn't want to. He didn't want to do that to begin
Just
with.
remember, if you don't take a full rest, you don't get the polymorph back.
That's fine.
Okay. Do you want to roll me a nature check real quick? Just
Yeah.
straight up. And then see what you can find close by for... Perfect.
20.
You find a couple roots that are kind of like coming up together, and there's a small coverage.
Right.
Not
And
a
this
lot
isn't
of-
this isn't like way far away from them.
No,
This
no.
is just on the boundary of like where they are.
Like
so
30,
I
40
can,
feet away, probably.
Yeah, not within the same group as them.
Right. Okay,
I'll
yeah,
speak
that's
up
fine. You
quicker
could be
next
over there.
time.
Okay, so then what's going to happen is you're going to sleep there. You're going to get a short rest
Mm-hmm.
for yours. Blandis, then, can you please roll me your perception check? And then, oh,
Such a bad roll.
oh. Okay, it's not horrible.
Blandis rolls an
Like,
8.
you gotta understand. So, explain to me what Blandis is doing during his watch. Is he pacing? Is he just sitting there in front of the fire?
He's just kind of standing by the front with his axe out, kind of like propped up against the ground, kind of holding it there,
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of scanning back and forth.
Kind of doing one of these numbers.
Yeah, like that. Like,
Oh.
sitting like that, just scanning back and forth.
Okay. All right. Well, then in that case, what we're going to do is we're going to do this. Oh, you're good. Nothing happens.
Oh boy.
Okay. So your watch goes uninterrupted. Now you got to go wake up the dwarf and let him know that it's his turn, and then you can go lay down for sleep.
I'll go back inside. What's his name? It's a weird name.
Droven.
Droven. Shake him up and say, "Hey, your turn."
Oh, all right. You can, by the way, you guys can call me Grim if it makes it easier. Couple of friends used to call me Grim back when we were in the
I didn't
in
even
the army.
put that together.
In the army together. They all called me Grim.
It's cheating.
Oh, trust me, my next one's gonna have Grim in it too.
Okay. Well, Drovan, because I'm going to refuse to call you that for this. But that's clever. It's very well done.
If they, well, I mean, figure if it's hard for them to remember it, because I mean,
Right.
it still says Telerian in the bottom
It does.
for whatever reason. I guess because I still have to have
Um,
control of my other character as well. So
I think so.
All right.
Okay, so roll me a perception check.
Is
And then
Terral awake
explain to
now?
me.
I roll a
Troll
17.
is.
How long am I sleeping for?
That's up to you.
Well, I mean, you could probably sleep through the night, but you won't be getting a full rest.
Yeah. Like you're in like a.
If
I'm-
something
I'm
goes off,
paying
I can wake
attention.
up. Yeah.
Right. That's
Okay.
what you're
Okay,
doing.
then,
so it's
then
not
good,
a full
good,
rest.
good.
You're almost
Okay.
in like an elven
Seven-
meditated sleep because the elves are known for that. Like
No.
they're asleep but they're awake. Like the elves have that as passive like Rachel.
I'm not
ability.
elvish.
Right, I know that's what I'm saying.
No, he's
I got you.
using it
Let's
as an
move on.
example.
Let's move on. Yep.
So
Okay. So
Droven goes just outside, and like off to the right to just kind of keep himself in the shadows. And then like kind of sits in between like a bush and the tree, and then just has his war hammer, and he's just kind of like leaning on it or leaning against the outside of the tree.
okay. All right. Well then, let's do this again. Okay. Because of your perception check, you hear through the rain and the thunder and everything that's going on. You can hear the grunting, and then you can see a torchlight coming close to your area. You could see the glow.
How close
hitting,
are we?
Like we're talking like 70 yards.
Oh, so pretty decently close.
That like pretty fucking close. Blandis didn't see it earlier.
Can
Now,
I
you
tell
can-
if they're searching for us?
You would have to get eyes on them for that,
Okay.
and your character is not the stealthiest.
No, he's not. So I will just try and kind of position myself slightly more towards the opening, just in case I need to alert them, and I'll continue to watch.
Oh, did we do the collective nature check real quick for the blind? I need to know.
Oh yeah.
I need everybody involved. Sorry.
Oh,
We gotta
I was
backtrack a
making
little.
I was making the fire. So
You want me to roll another
you-
one?
is it
No,
nature or
you-
survival?
I'm gonna go with survival. I need everybody involved with building the blind
I would
cover
have
the fire.
I would have helped a little bit. Like the fire
Okay,
shouldn't have
so
taken
go
more
ahead,
than a
roll.
second.
All right, I would have helped for sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll. Alrighty.
Okay. He
Okay. That's my second natural one of the night.
So for everybody at home listening through their favorite podcast that we are on, he just rolled another one.
Remember, we're not doing these
On-
the episodes actually on the podcast.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
We're just doing it
Anyways,
on YouTube.
those that are watching that didn't see, that was a 1. Okay, so what
I
were
rolled
the
an 18
totals?
and Blandis rolled a
You're
9.
18. You rolled a 9. Oh, I'm gonna say it's an 11.
Well, hold on. Let me do math right here real quick.
Wait, did you help us build the blind? No? Okay.
So I mean, if you're
Did
doing it
Terrell
like this,
help
it's
or
a
no?
33
Terrell
divided
didn't
by
I
3.
don't think so.
Terrell didn't want anything to do with this little encampment.
It's a
So what's
Is
the
that what
average?
you didn't know?
it's a 32 divided by 3, which would be like
like
just
peanut butter?
under an 11. So an 11.
Okay. So I'm just gonna use this guy's perception.
It's okay.
Oh god.
Come on. I'll meet you in a minute.
Don't forget to mute.
Fuck. Okay, so they see light. Okay. Now
So I see them getting closer.
you could you see them stop. Like the torchlight just stops moving, and it is almost. And I'm gonna say because of your perception roll, you can hear them talking about what's that? Is that a light? And
And at that moment, once I hear that, I will go in and douse the fire. And,
Okay.
How
and
do you douse it?
with my wet clothes, like I have a piece of cloth. I would take the wet cloth and throw it over the fire.
okay.
Because it's not really like a
So
raging
you- so
fire or
you-
anything like that. It's like a
It's a small one.
Right.
Yeah.
That I throw some mud on top of it and,
See,
and throw my
if
cloth on
Trent hadn't rolled a 1, I would have given it to you guys, and they would have passed. But he was making it worse while you were doing all this. Like you were like blindness up here, over there, and you were like pointing and you like handing him stuff. Put that, yeah, and then you'd see fucking Amon come over and he's like, no, that's bad. That's bad too.
We want to be seen. That's what we want to do.
So literally, as they're working doing this stuff, Amon's coming up behind him.
And I'm gonna say because Troll chose not to be involved, he's sitting underneath his roots, all bundled up, having a good time laughing.
Oh boy. All right, so now we're back to the scene. I'm dousing the fire.
Right.
And do I hear them make a comment?
So hold on.
The lightning flashes, and I see a warg.
Right. Riding atop this warg, you see.
No.
So real quick.
Wait, what?
You were using a goblin voice. Are these goblins?
We don't know yet.
Okay, well, it sounded like a goblin. All right, I'm just wondering.
So I rolled an intelligence check, just so you guys are aware. Those that don't get to see what I'm doing, I had to roll an intelligence check, and they figured you can hear them talking to each other because the light went out, and I'm gonna say that you got lucky, and the lightning flashed, and your light went out as soon as the lightning flash went away. As in maybe a beam of light from the lightning bolt, from the light of it
caught the side of the
trees. It caught the side of the tree, and they're gonna push on.
Nice.
So, you got fucking lucky.
Sorry to wake you, Eamon, but there was goblins afoot, or there's some kind of creatures afoot that heard us. They saw the light. I had to douse the fire. I'm sorry if you guys are losing warmth here, but I think it's best if we sleep without a fire the rest of the night.
What happens
I
in the
agree.
cave
That's
stays in the cave.
in our best interest. All right.
I'll go out and continue
So it's my watch now?
No, I'll go out and continue my watch. I still think I have a couple more hours. Try and get some more rest. But just wanted to let you know. Figured you'd be the first one to be able to get the big boy awake. And maybe be able to find that other fellow that wandered off.
Troll, were you hiding where you were choosing?
I thought I was asleep. Yeah, I mean, I was hiding. I was in a spot that's
Were you hiding from
do
the
we know?
party,
Yeah,
though?
do we know where you're at?
No, I got out and walked. As soon as they started building the fire, I got out and walked away. They saw me.
Did you announce that you were going to go sleep somewhere
Nope.
else?
Nope.
Okay.
I just walked out.
That's what I needed to know. All right. So the rest of your watch goes unhindered.
All right.
There, Drovan. And so
right,
the next
Eamon.
person.
Eamon, it's your turn, buddy. Hope your watch is as uneventful as mine.
Me
Actually,
too, man.
Less eventful, even.
Oh, man. Oh, Trent. Okay. All right, Amon.
Roll in, my son.
Please roll a really good perception roll.
Oh no!
Oh!
Let's
look
go.
at that.
That's
Let's
a
go.
21. That's a 21.
Okay, so I need to know where in this little cluster of trees and stuff did Amon decide to go to do his watch?
Would you allow me to get up into a tree and watch with my bow ready? Since he mentioned something
Climb check.
around. Sorry,
Yeah,
what?
Give me a climb check.
Fine with that. Acrobatics?
Yes.
Alrighty. Yeah, 10.
That's fine. You.
Okay.
The trees are wet, so are the vines, so it's a little difficult. But yeah, you get up into the tree. Now, are you getting into the one just above the fire, or are you going to get into the one of the ones around in front of it?
I'm gonna get into one sort of like, I guess I'll describe it as you like. If you walked out of the tree, it'd be on the right side, so I can see the entrance to the tree, but I can also see the coming up to it, where he sort of mentioned the voices or whatever he heard was from.
Okay. Okay.
Oh shit.
I don't like these dice rolls.
Mm-hmm.
No, I did a disadvantage for myself on that one. Okay, so nothing else happens, but you do see with your 19, your fucking 21, you see,
Mhm.
I'd say a few hundred yards out, that same patrol that's moving around. And because we're going to subclass the goblins into the orcs, you know that they like to send small patrols of forces out and about inside the tree coverage, and you're assuming that's just what they are. They're out here with the shit job during a rainstorm, trying to keep this torch lit.
Mhm.
Because you guys can hear it. This shit is coming down. This is almost like tsunami territory. I wish it would loop. It won't fucking loop.
It's all good. It sounds good still.
But you can hear it, like it's coming down hard, and most of you probably have never had rain this intense. And while you're here, because you're a ranger, if you want to roll me is knowledge local in this?
I don't think I can roll knowledge local specifically, but I can roll like a wisdom check or something. Nature. Or survival or something.
I'm gonna say nature, but roll it with advantage if you can.
Yeah. Alrighty. That would put me at a 13.
Oh man. Okay. You would know that this island is plagued with huge rainstorms that last days on end. You're pretty sure with how intense this is, this will probably last a good 2 weeks of rain.
Damn.
Okay.
At this intensity. So I'm going to say, with your knowledge of swampy areas, that your trek is about to get harder, and you're going to know this.
Okay.
Not for you, because that's your home field advantage, but old Drovan back there is going to have a hell of a time, and he's going to
You
slow
might need to
guys
ride on the
down.
back of Blandis.
That's up to Blandis, but then that's going to make it harder for Blandis. He's strong, but I don't think he's carrying a dwarf with all his gear strong on top of his own. Just saying. And pushing your way through swamp, that's very tiring.
Maybe you could just throw him 100 yards at a time.
I'm just giving the severity. So your watch goes pretty much unhindered the rest of the night. So there was a little bit of scare, but you guys are good. So you can start rousing people and getting everybody ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna slide down, tuck myself back in there, and look up Blandis and Drovan first, and then little Miss Kitty, I'm just gonna pick her up and set her on my back.
Any you see that patrol again?
I did. My guess is it's just one of their horse patrols. A couple of fellas with a shit job, probably a couple goblins just sent out in the middle of this fucking storm. But I gotta be real with you, sir. These storms, they'll last a couple of weeks, at worst. At best, a couple of days. So wherever we're going, it's about to get real shitty. Now, I grew up in the swamps. I know this kind of terrain. I'm worrying about the rest of y'all.
Yeah. Well, we get some pretty nasty storms down in the hills, but if you say that this is going to get worse, It's best we maybe find some higher ground. And then
Could,
push
but
on
you'll
from there.
lose your
I agree.
coverage.
Well, I'm talking about like the tree line at the foot of the mountains that we would still have.
We got like, I mean, you can. It's still going to be very muddy and very difficult to.
Yeah, but it's not going to be as much as probably this, which I'm assuming if it's raining like this, we're going to get maybe by the time we get out of this freaking rainforest, we're probably looking at like a foot of rain at least.
Now, here's my question: could Eamon potentially use his, sort of advantage in this to scout ahead and find them a feasible path that's
Yeah.
maybe a little bit easier to traverse?
Yeah, I'll give you how long do you
Like
want
maybe
to
spend a day doing that or whatever.
So you want them to stay put for a day and let you go out and
Well,
try and find a
here.
good spot? I mean, you could find a
Let's
pretty
help you
good
this.
trail, I'd say, within a good couple hours if you want
Right.
to roll.
Now,
Um,
before you go, my friend,
How,
did it look like these goblins had a set path of patrol?
See, you could go look for that too.
wait, sorry, you cut out. Say that one more time. I apologize.
That's all right. Did it seem like these fellas had a set path of patrol?
Nothing from what I could tell. I know that they were probably sent out here for a reason. There's a good chance they're looking for us. So, if anything, they might just be out here hunting. With some hope, they could be following a path. I can go check that first, and then I'll head further down southeast and see if I can find a path where we're actually heading.
Sounds good. While you're doing that, I'll gather some tinder to refill my tinder box, so that way next time we need to make a fire, I'll be good to go.
All right.
What's Terrell doing during this little?
Terrell's awake, but he's still under his roots. I'm guessing he doesn't hear it. If this is all happening inside the log, unless he's got super hearing, he probably can't hear any of this.
You could roll me a perception check to see if you can see that they're planning things.
That's an 8.
I'm going to say you
Terrell-
can definitely tell that two of them are conversing. You just don't know who. Just because of the the leaves and shit and everything, you just definitely tell, and it's pretty dark in there, so you can tell that there are two individuals out of the party that are having a conversation.
Terrell gets out of his little hovel he's got, kind of does a quick stretch, gathers his gear, and walks towards the log encampment and says, I saw you had a problem that you had to douse the fire. What happened there?
Seems that a patrol was getting pretty close. I'd say about 70 yards over that way. They definitely saw the light, but I think I was able to douse it quick enough to where they didn't notice exactly where it was, and they just passed on by.
I could have told you that was a bad idea.
Well, with as wet as we are, I didn't want the kitty or myself to catch cold. This rain, from what the tiefling says, is definitely gonna be going on for at least a couple days, if not weeks.
What is your plan of action now?
Well,
I'm gonna be
oh, sorry.
Oh.
I thought you already left. I'm sorry.
Okay.
No.
No, you're good. I'm gonna be heading out, trying to find that patrol, see if they're hunting us, and if they're on some sort of path, trying to find us a way through this godforsaken jungle that all y'all can actually keep up with me on.
I can tell you now that actively seeking out an enemy is not what's in best interest for your life.
That's true, but at the same time, if there's only a few of them, we could take them down, maybe ask some questions, see if they're looking for us. Then we kill them, toss them in the bushes, off the path, and then maybe, just maybe, we know if they're looking for us, because if they are, we need to double time it out.
I'm down for a fight.
I know the big boy's always down for a fight.
I suggest that we move towards the dock.
Agreed.
If we see
trying to-
this, if we see this band of miscreants along our way. We shall deal with them at that moment. But for now, actively pursuing them is not within our interests.
Well, in that case, give me a couple hours. Let me find us a path. If I find them, I'll lead them back here so we can all take them. All right? I'm not going to go out looking for them, but if I happen to see them, I'll bring them back this way.
Sounds good.
Yeah? So, in that case, Eamon's going to, pick up his bow and head out, and he's going to sort of, on his way, pat his wife on the head like a house cat.
What do I have to roll to start trekking through the forest?
Nature?
Oh, is he coming with me?
Nope.
I don't think so.
It's a 12.
All right, what do you want me to roll for the scouting?
Survival.
Now at this time, Darovan would like to walk out where roughly he saw the light and see if there's a beaten down path, just to maybe get an idea on if they come through here often.
Okay.
Real quickly, am I rolling with advantage because of favorite terrain?
Yeah.
Cool.
Because you need it.
Yeah. Did you guys see my roll?
No, you're
No.
not in the game.
What?
It's a
You did.
different
Oh,
game.
well.
Refresh real quick.
Give me a second.
Yep.
No, I just refreshed and that's what fucked up, I think. So give me a sec.
Okay. I'm gonna, while you're doing that, I'm gonna roll for my survival check to see if I find the path.
Capture's gone now.
I roll a 2,
No.
which is a 6.
You do not. You go in the general direction, but you might not have gone far enough.
Okay.
Like they might have been a little bit further than you thought.
Okay. I'll head back to the hut and just gather up some tinder as I'm going back, even though it's dry. I figure if I put it in the tinder box, it'll dry out by the
All right,
time.
hold on. It's
While he's doing that, a word from our sponsors.
Well, this brought to you by Mountain Dew. Do the do.
Oh fuck!
Do.
Did you just do a baby shark?
Do not. Do.
I would say don't, because I'm being serious. I hear that fucking 4 hours a day.
I didn't just do baby shark. I just
It's
did
lag.
do. Yeah, it is.
So Taral is moving his way on his own towards the dock.
Okay. Are you concealing this, or is this open for people to see?
Don't care.
Okay.
Hey, big fella.
You guys see Taral walking away in the direction of the boat.
Big fella, it seems that our Asimar friend is wandering off on his own.
Yeah.
And I don't think we should follow due to the fact that the kitty cat is here with us, and he'll be coming back to look for us. But we also don't want to lose him either. But I feel like the tiefling might be able to track him, and we might be able to catch up, hopefully. As long as this train doesn't slow me down too much. At this time, would my boots be hindering me in the mud?
Your boots?
Yeah.
No.
Okay,
I
I was
mean,
gonna say,
I'm assuming they're cinched down pretty good.
okay, I was gonna say, because I would take them off if they were hindering me, just go barefoot.
So as
Dwarves have
Taral's
tough
moving
feet.
away,
Alright.
as Taral's moving away, he's thinking to himself, he cannot stay in one place for too long, because no amount of orcs is what compares to the force that he's dealing with.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Thank God I am back in. I apologize. I think my
Crotch
internet shit itself
vision.
for a second.
My turn.
Hey, you're back in.
All right,
Okay.
So I'm
Very stiff,
rolling a survival check.
With advantage.
super glue.
Cool. All right. Boom.
Nice.
There you go.
Okay, that's a 22.
Okay, so you are definitely on their trail. Like, you take a few hot skips. You see Drovan kind of come out with you, and he's looking. He's like, I think they were right around here. And you kind of keep tracking out a little bit, and you catch the prints, even though it's been muddy, and you could definitely tell that they had been through here. And while Drovan starts making his way back, roll. Now I'm going to say it because you're tracking them. It's fine. It looks like they're dragging things.
Oh. Okay.
Maybe it's
And then,
not a patrol. It's like they're dragging something through the mud. It's definitely a path.
Okay.
But you can tell they're dragging something or some things.
Can I ask, is this are they dragging it in the direction we want to be going, or the opposite direction?
It looks like it was at one point, but it looks like this trail might lead more western than the direction you guys want to go. Like, it's veering off to the right a lot more.
In that case, I'm gonna, kind of note it down, but then continue moving southeast to try and find something more the direction we want to go.
Okay. Now, like I said, how long are you planning on doing this?
I think I'm gonna venture out for about 6 hours.
About 6 hours? Okay.
How's
So
that
for
sound?
about six, that's up to you. They're waiting on you.
That's fine, dude.
So
Do your thing, bro.
So we're gonna say that Amon, you end up right about there. All right. Yeah, so you're about 6-ish hours away. And you're finding a pretty decent trail. It looks like there's a lot of good spots to where basically the dwarf of the party could probably hop and walk across a bunch of routes to make it a lot easier. But it's definitely going to add a little bit of time to your travel just because of the winding nature of it. But you now, are you marking this like on the trees or anything like that? Are you going to make any markings so that you know where you're going?
I'd say I'd say as I'm going along, I'm gonna have my bow on my back and my short swords out. I'm gonna be hacking in sort of not to give a direction, just X's on these, specifically the south side of these trees.
Okay.
Just
So you're gonna
along the
mark
route.
the south side of every tree on this route?
Right. Yeah. Or
Okay.
notable trees. Every couple of yards.
Right. Okay, so
Not every
you're
single
out for about 6 hours, and you're going to start making your way back, I'm assuming?
Yeah. I'm just gonna head straight back after that.
Okay.
I'm not gonna dilly dally.
So while he's gone,
I'm standing watch outside, just so you know.
Terrell and I'm going to turn this down a little bit more because it's a little loud for me.
Mm-hmm. That's
So
fine, we get
Terrell and Amon, would you so kindly roll perception checks, both of you?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
I rolled a 14.
Let me ask you guys. Okay, watch your ears, real quick.
I'm watching them. They're still there.
How loud is that?
It's pretty loud.
That's fine.
Is
That's
it pretty
fine for
loud?
me.
It's the reason being it's gonna get loud as hell whenever it hits that loud crash.
Well, this is through the website. This is not through my soundboard.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
It's much cleaner. I'm just letting you
Well,
know.
that explains why I couldn't hear
it doesn't fade out as much. Yeah.
You guys can individually control it, from what I understand, on the music tab.
Yeah, look at that. So like the ambient. Hold on.
Cool. I like it. That's very cool.
I got to figure out how to keep
Oh, no,
uploading.
I can hear that plainly. No, that's good. That's good.
That's freaking
Okay.
awesome, dude. And that's still coming through your stream, right?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes, it is.
Nice.
I like it.
I like that much better.
I like it.
Okay.
Yep.
So, what did you guys roll? I'm sorry.
Terrell rolled an 8.
Okay.
And I rolled, I forget, give it a second
14.
because it has to load.
How
14, yeah.
stealthy, Amon, are you, or not Amon, Terrell, are you trying to be?
100% all the way.
Okay, you roll me
If
stealth.
if it takes him longer to get where he's going, yeah.
Roll stealth. Remember, you get to roll that at, yep.
That's a 9.
Okay, so it's not bad. Amon, you see Terrell moving alone in somewhat like he's a little bit off the beaten path of what you've chosen, but he's moving by himself.
Okay.
What do you do?
How close am I?
30 yards, maybe 40. It's pretty close. Like he's not very far off of it, but he's definitely like trucking through mud, as slow as Troll can to try and be stealthy, dude. Your feet already going into the mud. 6 hours of this heavy rain, and he is just trying and trying, because you know what it's like when you start walking through mud, and especially when it's been raining for a fucking long ass time. So it's getting kind of tough.
Okay. In that case, and this is along the path I've marked, right? Or somewhat, not quite, but somewhat.
Yeah, he's just off of it.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna just keep note of that. I'm gonna kind of think to Emmy's gonna think to himself that yeah, he's moving that way, but I can guarantee if needed, I could catch him. And maybe this way, if there's a trap waiting for us, or there's something up ahead, maybe they'll take him and we can see it and go the opposite direction. Think selfishly on this one.
Okay, that's fine. That's however you guys want to do it. So you'll take the next 6 hours or whatever, right? Well, let's say it's about like 3 hours in, right? 3 hours of your way back that you run into him. Because Scar, I'm gonna say that your character trying to truck through the mud was probably going through a kind of a rough spot.
That's fine.
'Cause
Yeah,
I'm gonna say your character went, this is the way I'm going, and I'm not getting off this path until I get where I want to go.
Yep. And as slow as it takes me to be as stealthily as possible, that's all I care about.
Okay.
Terrell cares about.
Okay, so I'm gonna say you make it back. So it's been about 12 hours, Grim. Did Drovan, Blandis, or B have any conversations in 12 hours of time?
Hi there, big fella. Have you had any strange encounters with any of the parties so far?
Other than the cat and Asimar turns into bat, and apparently the tiefling has wings. No,
Okay. So they seem like good people.
for the most part.
Now, quick question. Can you understand the cat?
No.
Okay, so that's not just me. Thank you. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't crazy.
I think it's only the tiefling.
Yeah. He seems like a good lad. You agree?
Oh yeah. He's
Okay.
I have a question for B and her character. She has an alchemy set. Is she brewing up like some tea or something during the day? Because I'll allow you to do that. Is she even there?
She's there. She's just out of it.
good.
Now is that cat brewing tea?
Looks like it.
Excuse me, Miss Wee Cat. Do you mind if I have a wee bit of the tea?
You got to be a cat for this one,
Cat-sized glasses.
so you have to meow
I'd gladly
and shake your head, or
I'd gladly go foraging for some herbs if you need me to.
Meow.
Is that a
Meow.
meow?
Meow.
Is that a meow?
Do you-
Yes. Like, are you shaking your
Do
head?
you hand
Yes.
them? I'm not there to translate.
I get you're not there.
So yeah, basically, you could just say your character nods yes or no.
Yeah.
Ryan nods her head. Oh.
Hmm?
Yeah. Meow.
Yes or no?
I say yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Aw, thank you. Sharing some tea with the dwarfy guy.
Getting some of that in the old
Oh.
beard. Okay, so you're brewing tea. I'm assuming Blandis and Drovan probably had a little idle chit chat here and there, all while watching the perimeter. How stealthily are you coming back? Come on. Oh, I just realized.
I'm gonna say enough to make sure no one, no patrols are gonna see me. No one's gonna be spotting me moving through the trees. Really. Obviously, when I'm like coming into the camp, maybe I'm gonna stop for a second, make sure it's clear because I was gone for a while before coming in.
So you're being pretty stealthy.
Yeah, I'm being pretty stealthy. Like I said, I'm gonna stop right on the edge of the camp and make sure it's clear. Like, make sure no one's watching it before I go in.
Okay. So roll me a stealth check, and then Blandis Drovan and B roll perceptions.
Alrighty,
Oh
stealth.
my
That is a
God.
7. Okay.
You are not being stealthy at all.
Oh, sick.
And Blandis doesn't see you. Oh man. Come on, Drovan. All you got to do is beat a 7.
What am I doing? I'm sorry. I'm trying to look for the issue at the same
Perception.
time. Perception. Okay.
Yeah.
Do I have advantage?
No.
Go.
Oh.
Oh.
I roll a 15.
Okay. 19.
Okay, yeah. So Blandis is looking the other direction. That's what we're gonna say. While you guys are doing your watch in your little area, and Amon is back, and it is now early evening. Say 12 hours. You guys probably woke up around 4 or 5, so late afternoon, early evening.
All right. So I've got us a path marked out. Make sure no one can tell which direction we're heading. Hopefully, if they follow it the way I marked it, they'll head north instead of south. But I've got us a way marked out. It'll get us a good portion of the way there. I did find the trails a little bit past where we were looking together. And would you say I could call you Grimothy?
Yeah, Grim's good.
Grim.
Yep,
All right.
that's me.
Looked like that patrol wasn't really a patrol. I think they were dragging something or someone along with them. And then I did see our Asimar buddy off in the jungle out there.
Yeah.
Figured I wouldn't bother him if there's any patrols or traps waiting up there. You can clear the way for us.
All right. Well, so we think we found ourselves a path out then, yeah?
Yeah, we got a path out. It's just whether or not we want to try and do it during the day or at night. Regardless, I don't think we should stay in this spot another night.
Right. I think the longer we stay here, the more likely we are to be found. If those goblins are on their way back, and they're not dragging what they were dragging before, they could be a little more nimble and go searching for a little off the beaten path, if you will. And if they come across us, we could be in for a big fight, depending on what they have with them.
I agree with Jovan.
So I say we move fast, and
Did it again.
not necessarily quiet. I think we just need to get moving as fast as we can. If we come across somebody, we'll have to take them out. We'll have to pray. May Moradin be our guide.
Nice
All right,
touch.
sounds good to me.
So you guys
In
set
that
out
case,
then?
I suppose I'll. Yeah, I think so. Unless
Okay.
B or Blandis have an objection.
No, I said I agree.
Speak.
Yep.
Gotta speak.
Rye shakes her head yes in agreement.
Okay.
Nice.
Well done. Okay, so you guys are getting ready to set out. Now it's early-ish evening there, Terrell.
Mm-hmm.
What is he gonna maybe sleep for the night? Maybe get
I was actually just gonna ask, where has he gotten to by now?
I'm gonna say you are. Let me grab your token here.
So you
I'm gonna say, yeah, I could do that. That's very true. I'm gonna say like, because realistically, this is where Amon was. And I'm gonna say halfway between the two is where you guys met. So I'm gonna say you're probably about right here.
I mean, are we going by the squares or are we going by?
Like I'm doing it in my own head on where you guys are. So you're roughly about right here.
Okay. Terrell's gonna keep moving.
You're gonna keep moving throughout the night because you did not get a full rest
Yes.
from the night before. Okay, I just wanted to confirm.
Terrell wants to. He doesn't know it. I mean, I don't know if he knows it or not. Can I roll perception to know where the cut of the?
So realistically, like 90% of this island is jungle.
90%. So like, there's this is
yeah, this is not open. This is meant just so that you guys, it doesn't look too cluttered.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah, this is just so it's not overly cluttered or anything
And I
like
put
that.
those there. I put those there because we were saying that's
I
the,
thought
like,
it was
the
a
thickest portions of the jungle. There's like basically lighter portions of the jungle.
I got you.
Yeah.
I thought this was like,
Open plains and shit.
yeah.
No.
It's the Sound of Music planes here.
The
Yeah, no.
hills are alive with the sound of music.
So, dear.
Oh,
Okay. Anyways,
boy.
It does lighten up a little bit from the tree line, but it like comes and goes. Is what's going to happen. Is like the terrain will get a little bit easier, and then it'll get hard again, and then it'll get a little bit easier, and it'll get hard again.
Okay.
Is basically what happens.
Terrell's gonna keep moving not until he's absolutely exhausted, but just till he knows it's a good time to rest. He's
Okay,
not gonna rest right away, right now.
Okay, so I'm gonna say you go from here a couple more hours. I'd say it's probably like 9 or 10 by the time time you hit about just like I know it doesn't make a lot of sense realistically, but you got to think how thick this jungle part
No,
is.
you're fine. That's fine.
But you're probably only about right here.
Okay.
And to be honest, the rest of the party is literally not far behind you.
Okay.
At this point, I'm going to tell you because they're moving through easier terrain than you. If you had rolled better to spot Amon, then you would have definitely kind of seen where he was, and maybe you could have started using that path.
That's good.
Okay, so I'm going to say the party, Trent, Amon, roll me a survival check. I'm assuming by the time you guys are deciding to stop, you'd want to check on his progress.
On whose progress?
Right. Terrell's. He said he kind of wanted to keep a somewhat knowledge of where he was.
All right, I rolled a 17.
I'm gonna say you're pretty sure he's about three hours ahead of you.
All right.
Maybe 4.
Am I keeping this same stealth roll or what?
You can try again.
Again,
if you would like.
I'm not trying to hide myself from them.
Right, and so that's why I just went with the one before.
Okay, that's fine.
Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Okay. You could roll against the enemy if you
Yes.
want,
Yeah. That's
okay.
fine.
Okay. So you know he's probably about 3 or 4 hours ahead. If you were to book it, Amon, you probably could be there relatively quickly on your path. You yourself, not everybody else. Because this is your favorite type of terrain now that it's kind of molded to it. you could traverse this so easily. You could probably be there in less than an hour to catch up to him. Does that make sense? You're muted, by the way.
I think he's muted. While he's muted around this time, do you want me to roll for survival to get a
Camp
spot
out?
to camp? Yeah, not fire.
No, I
just
know.
Another little hovel.
Are you going to eat
If I have to, yes. Ration, whatever.
Yep.
I've got rations on me.
before every rest? That's kind of the rule, is to make sure you
Okay,
eat.
I'll take one away from last time and one for now.
Okay.
Okay, real quick. Sorry, I didn't mean to mute. We were having technical stuff.
So I have.
You're good.
What did you ask me?
total now.
I apologize.
I was explaining
Yeah.
that your character could basically catch up to him probably in less than an hour, but not the rest of the party.
Okay. Okay, cool. Sorry. Yeah, like I said, everything was fucking up on our side. So.
Go ahead, Terrell, and roll me a survival. It won't be too, basically like a DC 10 to find a really good spot for just you. Okay, so it's not the best. Like you're still getting wet. Like you're probably a little chilly in the sense of you're like a little cold, but you're not going to get a full rest anyways because
Yep. Short
you're
rest.
kind of
Alert. Yep.
Okay. Now for the rest of the party, are you guys going to camp out or are you guys going to keep moving?
I'm happy to keep moving, guys. I
Yeah.
reckon our Azamar friend is probably an hour ahead from me, 3 hours if we move as a group. So if you want me to scout ahead again, I can make sure he's all right and find us a path for tomorrow, or we can, while you guys camp, or we can keep moving, or we can all camp. It's up to everyone else. I'm happy to be the guide.
I think we should just keep moving.
I agree. I think moving through this, I don't think it's going to get any better, though. It doesn't seem to be brightening up either, so I don't really know what time of the day it is anyway. I mean, other than it just gets a little bit dimmer at night, I suppose, but either way, it's pretty dark. I say we just keep moving. Hopefully we catch up to our friend there. Who knows what his reasons are for leaving, but I'm sure he has a good reason. Maybe he's just being a good lad and scouting out ahead. Maybe he'll turn around soon and come back for us.
Definitely high hopes. Okay, so
I know he has some good in him. He saved my ass from falling down a.
So you guys are going to keep pushing on then?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys just going to keep pushing like all the way through, or are you guys gonna? How long do you guys want to? You guys want to try and catch up to him? What's the deal?
We're just basically trying to keep pace with him. I mean, because I don't think that I would be able to catch up with him too much. I mean, because now we're starting in a terrain that he hasn't scouted. So I mean, we are trying to catch up to him if we catch up to him. It's kind of one of those things, but like it's not. It's not
You
one of
guys
those
will
things.
have to move for about another 3.5 hours to catch
Okay.
up to him, and then you guys are gonna have to spot him. Troll, can you roll me a stealth check? Just because, like, just your straight up advantage stealth check. So you guys have to beat a 9. When you guys are on there, I will ask all of you to roll, and if nobody rolls above a 9, you guys do not see him, and you guys will push past him.
All right.
Okay.
Here's my question: am I able to move faster than everyone and scout ahead and mark an easier path?
Yeah.
Would
I kind of
we want me to do
assume,
that?
like, I'm assuming that's what you're doing anyways.
Right.
All right,
I'm
aiming.
probably like.
So you keep
Yeah.
doing what you're doing. Keep marking the trees. We'll keep following the trees. If you want to scout ahead, see if our friend here is closer than you think. I say we do that. We'll keep following the trees as long as you keep marking them.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Is B going to be
Alrighty.
with you, or is she going to be with the group?
You gonna try and keep up with me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So Blandis and Drovan are going to be together. So the dwarf will have to lead the Goliath because it's Doc.
He's trying.
And
You're getting the Scottish accent too.
and yeah, so you guys keep moving. I'm gonna tell you guys where you guys are at right now. There's no encounters going on. Basically, we're just trying to get through this thick jungle. So you guys keep going, and B and Amon need to roll me a perception check.
Alrighty.
So has
And-
the character so far had dark vision except me?
Yes.
That's tough.
So I rolled a 12. And B rolled a
Okay.
15.
So you guys are going and going. I'm not gonna say like you outright spot him, but you definitely catch like his boot outside of a root. like he's hunkered underneath. Terral, roll me a perception check. Normal, just
Yeah.
Straight
He
up.
doesn't have perception advantage or anything.
additives.
Wow. I'm out of it.
You're asleep. You're probably a lot more tired than you thought,
Yeah.
and you're trying not to fall into a deep sleep. But I'm gonna say you probably did.
By the way, Terral is asleep with one scimitar out.
That's fine. I kind of figured as much.
Can I roll a stealth check to sneak up and leave him an extra ration while he's sleeping?
With his perception, you probably could, unless
Okay.
he wants to roll against it again. Against you'd have to roll stealth, but
Right.
you'd get advantage because it's in your terrain. That's up to Terral though. If Terral wants to try and perceive it, or
He'll try.
Sleep through it.
okay, you're tired. We're
Okay.
definitely gonna go with your character's tired.
Mm-hmm.
And so Amon leaves an extra ration for old Terral.
All right. I'll put another ration back.
And the rest of the party starts coming up, and roll me Blandis and Drovan. Well, Blandis, you're gonna have disadvantage on this roll.
I'm not gonna lie.
Um,
Blandis has had the entire campaign so far has been horrible perception.
Yes. Because it's all
I
been in the
only
dark.
see what I need to hit.
It's all been in the dark. So Drovan, pretty much roll me a perception.
I'm gonna roll. I just
Oh
did
my
it.
god, nat one.
Oh my god!
Come on, I can get better than that one. There you go.
Oh. Neither of you see Terral at all.
But now, do we notice that the X's stop on the tree?
Oh,
I'm-
sorry. I would say we kept moving after that.
The X's keep going. So you
So
don't
we passed
see him.
Terral. We just
Yeah. Amon, did you leave him a note by chance? Like maybe something in the mud or anything to point him in the right direction?
How about a little tiny carving of a heart with a little devil face in it, and then an arrow pointing towards the nearest X.
Okay. Okay. No, that's good. That's good. Okay. So you guys keep going. Are you guys gonna take a short rest? Like like a 3 or 4 hour rest at some point?
you talk.
Because you could. You
well, I mean,
guys.
well, we're gonna keep going as long as we see the X's, because we need to try and catch up to them.
I know. I'm kind of just as a group. When would you guys want to stop? Because you guys are approaching like midnight at this point.
I would assume when we catch up with Eamon, like Eamon would probably find a spot for us to camp out, and then by the time he would got there, his watch would be done, so he can rest, and then Blandis and myself would be able to figure out who has a watch after that.
Okay.
Yeah. In that case, whenever I find like the best spot, sort of either a hollowed out tree or somewhere that's as close to dry as possible, that's when we'll stop.
Roll me a survival check. That way you
Yes, sir.
can find that because these are big trees.
That is a nat 20, so 24.
You find a much better spot than the first
I find
one.
a mansion. No.
You find a
With a
very
butler.
large tree with a wooden butler in the shape of a dildo.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
perfect.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Putting the button butler.
Yeah. Anyways, no, so you find a really good spot, and this is actually like not on the ground level. This is almost like a squirrel's home, but in a really big tree with claw marks on it. But I'm gonna say with your natural roll, you could definitely tell something hasn't slept in this tree in a very long time.
Okay.
So you're pretty sure it's pretty safe.
You're a very good storyteller, Reaper. I'm just gonna say that.
Really? Thanks.
You are.
It doesn't-
I'm not trying to.
Can you tell me bedtime
I'm not
stories?
trying to, diddle you or nothing.
Definitely getting better
You're,
week after week as you're getting more comfortable in the role.
you're getting really good storytelling.
You're definitely better than Troy from the Glass Cannon podcast.
Them fighting words.
Well, because this is Homebrew, he's reading off of a fucking script. Although I did just
He
see,
does do
I
it
did just
Homebrew.
see a NPC die. That was a pretty emotional fucking thing. So, one of the characters, NPCs that he knows very well, just died. So,
Ooh, I know what you're talking about.
yeah.
Was there liquor involved?
Liquor involved? Oh,
After the death?
afterwards, yeah. Somebody handed somebody some liquor and
Mm-hmm.
big gulp of it.
I know what
and then-
happened.
Yeah.
Yep, I know exactly what happened. Okay, so you guys are up here. I'm not gonna have you guys roll climb checks. I'm assuming everybody helped everybody try and get into this. So you guys are camping out now.
Oh, so we caught up.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
and away you guys go.
Oh, well, it's nice that you found this beautiful place. I see that we're definitely going to need to warm up because I'm starting to get a chill. So I think I should start another fire, but maybe we should set up a bit of a better blind this time.
Yeah, I agree. And,
All right, Blandis, what say you? Me and you try to set up this blind again, yeah?
Yeah, I'll help. I don't need a fire, but I'll help.
I roll a 10.
Okay.
Blandis, if you'll help me, please.
Oh yeah, 50.
Please.
You're a good man.
Okay. You guys definitely do a much better this time than you did the last one.
All right, and I will start another fire with some of these slightly wet, still tinder. Takes me a little bit longer, but I get a
So-
small fire going.
While they were doing this, since this is kind of your terrain, would you have tried to go hunt for some food?
I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say, especially now that I'm down an extra ration, I'm gonna head out and try and find something to cook over that small fire. So probably hunting small game in particular. In fact, I'm gonna say even that I'm going to, ditch my pack and my short swords and just take my bow, just for agility's sake.
Okay.
Now, before you leave, just so you know, we could always eat the cat. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh, trust me, when she was back in her elf form, I ate plenty of cat.
Oh, dear goodness. You're a naughty lad. I like you. Me and you are going to have a tall glass of mead when we get to the first city that's friendly.
Sounds good to me.
And then, by the way,
Fuck it, I did it too. I got the Scottish one.
Told you.
that's on me. That's on me. First round's on me because you boys helped me out.
That's awesome. Awesome. I'm going to say you take about an hour. I'm not even going to have you roll for this one. I'm going to say you find some pretty good, like maybe there's some rabbits. They're a little different looking, but you find like a couple rabbits. You kill them. Probably a couple little squirrels type things. And I'm definitely going to say like a cat, but more like the bobcat in style. A little bit bigger than a house cat, but definitely
jungle cat?
smaller. Yeah.
Savannah cat, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what you end up killing and bringing back.
Oh, boys, look at this here. Our boy here brought us back some good eating. Thank you, my good sir. I'll start skinning this
problem,
right
fella.
now.
So,
Sounds good to
as a
me.
collective, you guys cook, and you guys can RP for a little bit, or we could just end it. Terrell, how long did you want to sleep?
It's a short rest. I mean, well, how long would a long rest? Because since he left me that 8 hours, I'll do a long rest. Wait, what? So I'm still sleeping from when he
Put
put
the
the
ration on you.
rashes. Okay, yeah. Okay.
That's
so
why I
it would
came to
be-
you.
Yeah, long rest. Yeah.
I was gonna say you probably by the time we're doing this, you probably would have been asleep for 5 hours anyways.
Mm-hmm. Which would have been your short rest.
So I'll sleep for the remainder to get a long rest.
Okay.
Real quick,
Will.
we are down a B now. So
She's sleeping.
Okay. That's fine.
yeah, she's out.
Alright.
So what I think we're gonna do anyways is, I know we started late, but with the good catch of the night and everything, and you guys are laying down for a sleep. I'm gonna say you guys don't need to set a watch for this one because you guys are up above. You guys set a pretty good blind, and nothing. You guys haven't really caught the any signs of anybody else in this general area.
Nice.
So you guys all get to lay down to go to sleep, and when you guys wake up, all of you in the morning, except for the dwarf, everybody hits level 2.
Yes.
So next week, so throughout this week, we're gonna do our levels. We're gonna do our HP. HP will be rolled live, by the way. So your new HPs will not go into effect until next Friday, and we will do that live at the very start of the episode.
Yay.
So with
Sweet.
that being
No
said,
encounters this week. That's kind of weird. But
It's almost
yeah,
like this
just-
was an RP centric episode.
which is okay.
What?
very
I'm fine with that. I love that.
more of a bonding and figuring out where all the other characters lie. Definitely getting a more taste of Terrell's character of being alone for so long. Like, it's almost like the party's gonna have to break that seal to let him know that he's in a safe place, and he is welcome, because I think that's a big issue for him. Everybody seems to be bonding with the dwarf pretty well.
I mean, he's a good guy. He's a freaking paladin. I mean,
Yeah.
come on. How can you not? He's basically a midget Shrek.
I definitely see some good bonding going on. I definitely like the RP, especially coming from Scar tonight. Scar did really well. Now, if we could just get Blandis to
Danke.
talk a little bit more, would be all right. And we got to get B more comfortable too.
But hey, it all comes with time.
It'll come. I
She's
think
been
this was
doing
a
good.
very
She's
I
been
think
doing
this-
good too.
absolutely. But I think this was a very good episode because wasn't a lot of action, and there doesn't always have to be fighting in D&D, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. They're like, "Well, I wanted to fight." Well, that's not all of what D&D is. At least for me, it's not.
Well, I'm
And
sure the
for-
action's coming.
Yes. I definitely had plans to go a little bit further tonight, but I think we're at a good spot. You guys are almost at the end of the thickness of. Can I just say, having the thunderstorm going along with the music is very nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I had turned
100%
it down
agree.
while you were talking at the end of the episode, but it's back up now.
But yeah, so I want to thank everybody that came out tonight. If you guys are watching
yeah.
this live, we love you guys being here. If you guys are watching
It
this
means
on
a
the
ton.
VOD, same. We still love you guys coming out and at least checking this out. It means a lot to us. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, man, we love you guys too. We love all of you guys for coming in here to enjoy this with us. We hope that you guys are enjoying it with us. We got the little hearts over there from Scar. Yep, and from Grim.
That's a circle.
So, Hey, listen, my heart's fucked up. I got a bad valve, bro. I'm like, nah.
I know this wasn't action packed or anything like that, but man, I'm telling you, I'm gonna keep
almost
saying
got
it. It almost did. I was worried because I really didn't want there to be combat before a certain point, and you guys did not go.
We didn't get
take the bait.
bloodthirsty.
No, you guys didn't take the bait.
Well, I think if Blandis would have been the one to see that, I think Blandis would have been like, "I'm gonna kill ya!" It's out there smashing little fucking goblins like fucking bugs.
I have one party member. I need to talk to Terral at some point to start
Am I in
discussing some
trouble?
things. I don't know yet. We need to fine tune some very characteristic traits that he has that none of you know yet. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
You didn't think about that. I've been thinking about it all night. So with that, thank you guys again. We're gonna end this here. You guys can catch all of us. You guys have heard of our Twitches. We'll keep them in the links below to kind of cut down some of this chatter at the end.
Right.
But catch us on Straight Outta Grandma's Basement on YouTube and on your favorite podcast for After the Rolls.
After the
for
rolls.
this episode, and we can kind of talk about this episode and other things. But thank you guys for being here. You guys all have a wonderful night and Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
to
Yeah.
everybody. We're playing
Happy
on the
New Year and a
first.
belated Merry
Happy
Christmas.
New Year.
Yeah, this is the first night of the new year, and we did this on day 1 of 2021. So, thank you guys again from the bottom of all of our hearts, and you guys have a great night.
Bye, guys.
Bye, love you. Bye. I want a dildo butler now.
Oh God.
All right.